Perfect.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Reaction Therapy. I'm Tom Stevens, your resident psychotherapist, here to break down the lyrics to some Eminem music today. I am so ready for this. We are getting into Guts Over Fear featuring Sia. I am pumped. Do not know what this song is about. When I hear Guts Over Fear, makes me think you got to man up and take care of business and conquer that fear and rise to the occasion, which gets me going. With Eminem, it might sound a little mean, but that's okay. I can take it. Thank you so much for being here, for being a part of Reaction Therapy, and we really are grateful that you would take time out of your day to watch what Nick and I are putting out here to produce. And really, it doesn't go unnoticed. Love seeing the comments. Check out in our description. I'm just going to cut this short. In the description of this video, we have links to everything. The Patreon page we have out, which has tons of new content. Want to check that out. The merch we have, the Discord server we have, the resources we have for mental health. Go check it out there. But without further ado, we are getting into it. Eminem, Guts Over Fear, featuring Sia. Whoa.
Feels like a club.
Dang, man. I know he's about to get into it, but what a start. Like, he's the current, he's in the boxing ring ready for a match. It's 6 months earlier, cleaning dishes, the grind, clocking in, clocking out. And now it's like his moment's going to come 6 months from now. He doesn't even realize that now, but he's probably planning and preparing. And do you want a life just cleaning dishes and doing that? Or do you want to climb up and out of that? And here comes Eminem.
Feels like a close. It's coming to. Fuck am I gonna do? It's too late to start over. This is the only thing I know.
Sometimes I feel like all I ever do is find different ways to word the same old song. Ever since I came along from the day that
Just so good to hear his voice and to hear how he raps. I am dreaming of that day I get to sit and have a conversation with him, because he just says it so smoothly. It just pours out, and I'm hearing him start with that melody, and then he dives into, it's kind of like, this is all I've ever known. This is what I do. But is it ever going to be any more than this? And how do I get from here to there? Like, how do I achieve or climb or get to the point where I'm actually becoming something? Oh, I love the phrase there, though. Sometimes I feel like all I ever do is find different ways to word the same old song. Like, I'm just rehashing words and making it into something new. And sometimes it's like the energy drains out. And like, what am I doing? It used to be all so new and fresh. And now it's just, I'm burning out, or it's not the same to me anymore.
like all I ever do is find different ways to word the same old song. Ever since I came along from the day the song called How My Name Is dropped, started thinking my name was full.
Hi, my name is Shady. Like, who cannot know that, right? Ever since that day. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's amazing how that implants in history. And what a video, how it's going with it, with this guy's career and future.
Ever since I came along from the day the song called How My Name Is dropped, started thinking my name was full. Cause anytime things went wrong, I was the one who they would blame it on. The media made me the equivalent of a modern day Genghis Khan. Tried to argue it was only entertainment, dog. Gangster? Nah, courageous balls. Had to change my style. They said I'm way too soft, and I sound like AZ and Nas. Out came the claws, and the thing's been out since then. But up until the instant that I went against it, it was great.
Up until the instant that I went against it. I mean, you have to see the passion he must have had to make his career happen, the drive he must have had, the things he had to go against, the people and the persona, the image, the words, the message that he had to fight against to become something. Way easier to quit, way easier to give up, give in, and just say, forget it. I'm just going to repeat the same cycle that my parents gave me, and I'm just going to run it into the ground. But he didn't. And that's, to me, the story of this fighter. Like, you got bills that are due. You don't have the money to pay for anything. You're trying to grind in a job hour after hour, getting yelled at. Then on top of that, you're trying to go into the ring and fight and box and learn how to become a fighter, which is extra time on top of it. But he wants to so badly. He's not quitting. He's hanging in there.
Came the claws, and the thing's been out since then. But up until the instant that I went against it, it was ingrained in me that I wouldn't amount to a shit stain, I thought. No wonder I had to unlearn everything my brain was taught. Do I really belong in this game, I pondered? I just wanna play my part. Should I make waves or not? So back and forth in my brain, the tug-of-war wages on. And I don't wanna seem ungrateful or disrespect the art form I was raised upon. But sometimes you gotta take...
Yep. Don't want to be disrespectful, but sometimes you got to do something. And when he said, no wonder I had to unlearn everything my brain was taught. That's what we've talked about in all the Eminem videos. When you experience trauma early on in life, doesn't have to be a plane crash and a huge horrific event, even though we had plenty. It can be the slow, steady neglect, abuse, mistreatment, toxic environments, fear-based environment to live in. When you experience that, your brain learns that this is normal. This is what life's about. So you aren't worth it. You can't do anything. You won't amount to nothing. And he hears that in his brain over and over again. He had to unlearn everything he was taught to become what he needed to be. There was no way he was going to become what he needed to be unless he had a different core belief system inside. And that's where he went with it. And sometimes in the industry, things happen.
On. And I don't want to seem ungrateful or disrespect the art form I was raised upon. But sometimes you gotta take a loss and have people rub it in your face before you get made pissed off. And keep plugging, it's your only outlet and your only outfit. So you know they're gonna talk about it. Better find a way to counter it quick and make it I feel like I've already said this a kabillion 80 times. How many times can I say the same thing, different ways that rhyme? What I really want to say is, if there's anyone else that can relate to my story, bet you feel the same way I felt when I was in the same place you are when I was.
Man, what was that? Who was that?
Times, how many times can I say the same thing, different ways that rhyme? What I really want to say is, if there's anyone else that can relate to my story, bet you feel the same way I felt when I was in the same place you are when I...
It almost looked like it was him that was coming out of there, like he was seeing an image of something. But here's Sia singing, and between the lyrics and the video, there is so much to take in with what Eminem's throwing out here that you can go one way or the other, is how I feel like. Like, you can go the way of the easy, which is not really the best all the time because it's just selling out to whatever pattern's been started. Or you can go the way, and that's fear, or you can go the way of guts and step up and say, you know, I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to do my best to become everything I can and leave it all on the table and go for it and see what happens. But here, I think he's struggling and juggling back and forth between both of them.
Times, how many times can I say the same thing, different ways that rhyme? What I really want to say is, if there's anyone else that can relate to my story, bet you feel the same way I felt when I was in the same place you are when I was afraid
to make a single sound, afraid I would never find a way out, afraid I'd never be found. I wanna go another round, an angry man's power.
That's got to be somebody he knows. I don't know if it's his brother, his father, somebody that he recognized was trying to help out. And here he is trying to jog and become the boxer he wants to be. It was somebody, though, that mattered to him. And afraid I'd never be found. I didn't want to go another round. It's like ready to give up. Sometimes it's easier just to quit, give up, and move on.
Well, shut your world. Tripwires build this house with tipped our love. Run out of excuses for every word. So here I am and I will not run. Get over fear.
Yeah.
Get over fear.
She is so good. He combines and collaborates so well. She's got a great sound. Guts over fear, I shed a tear. Oh, for all the times I let you push me around. Oh, it's like I let you do this to me and I can't do it. And he keeps running into problems, even at the restaurant. Doesn't even try to do something, but gets blamed for stuff. And it's got to be where he's just ready to be done with it, quit, gets laughed at, mistreated, put down, doesn't deserve any of it. And here come the guts.
Coming to fucking my gonna do. It's too late to start over. This is the only thing I know.
This is the turning point moment, pivotal moment of deciding, what am I going to do? Am I going to let it take me over? Or am I going to step up on top of it and say, it's another piece of adversity that I have a choice I can step up and on top of and do something about to make something great happen in my life? Here we go.
Like I was there once.
Oh, wow. Ooh, no, I got to be ready for that. Coming, Eminem.
This is the only thing I know.
It was like I was there once. Single parents, hate your appearance. Did you struggle to find your place in this world? And the pain spawns all the anger on. But it wasn't until I put the pain in song, learn who to aim it on, that I made a spark. Started to spit harder shit, learn how to harness it while the reins were off. And there was a lot of bizarre shit, but the crazy part was, soon as I stopped saying I gave up, fuck, haters started to appreciate.
He is really telling his story. I mean, he's showing it in the video with this guy. He's trying to be the best he can, and he's cleaning up around his old man who's there just passed out and trying to do the right thing. But Eminem's describing, like, in spite of all the heck I went through in life and horrible upbringing, I had to find a way to harness the anger. I had to find a way to use it to my advantage and to use it for my skill, my talent, my gift that I have to spread to the world. And it was not easy, but I got out there and I did it. I mean, I saw crazy stuff. People came at me. People were trying to keep me down, but I wouldn't let that happen.
I made a spark, started to spit harder shit, learn how to harness it while the reins were off. And there was a lot of bizarre shit, but the crazy part was, soon as I stopped saying I gave up, fuck, haters started to appreciate my art. And it just breaks my heart to look at all the pain I caused. But what am I gonna do when the rage is gone and the lights go out in that trailer park? And the window is closing and there's nowhere else that I can go. It flows and I'm frozen, cause there's no more emotion for me to pull from. Just a bunch of playful songs that I make for fun. So to the break of dawn, here I go recycling the same old song. But I'd rather make Not Afraid 2 than make another motherfucker.
There he goes. This guy's going out, getting his gloves. Guess that's his girlfriend, maybe sleeping, but he's getting his gloves. He's going to keep training. He's not quitting. All hours, hardly any sleep, just keeps grinding. And Eminem's like, I keep recycling the songs, but I'd rather make Not Afraid 2 than make another We Made You. And he wants to do something better. I feel like Eminem's always had this thing inside him that he's called to do something more. And so he keeps pushing for more because that's who he is. That's what he's made of. And he's trying to be the best at what he can be because that's what he's called to do. Not because he always just likes taking other people down, but because he's great at doing this. And so he loves doing it. And I think it's pretty cool to watch him perform, especially as he gets older and up into his years like me. But he's still able to hang with anybody.
To the break of dawn, here I go recycling the same old song. But I'd rather make Not Afraid 2 than make another motherfucking We Made You. Now I don't wanna seem indulgent when I discuss my lows and my highs, my dumb eyes and my uprise. Pray to God I just open enough eyes later on and gave you the supplies and the tools to hopefully use that'll make you strong enough to lift yourself up when you feel like I felt. Cause I can't explain to y'all how dang exhausted my legs felt just having to balance my tank self. When on eggshells I was made to walk. But thank you, Mark, cause that gave me the strength to cause shady mania.
Yep.
Someone to empty that stadium. At least I made it out of that house and found a place in this world when the day was done. So this is for every kid who all they ever did was jump to one day just getting accepted. I represent him or her, anyone similar. You are the reason that I made this song.
Please remember that. I think he's sending that ultimate message. This is for every kid who's all they ever did was dreamt of one day just getting accepted. Every kid who ever just wanted to be accepted. There's so many out there. I see them in my office all the time. In therapy, I see them. And they live in a life where they feel not accepted. They feel put down. They feel judged. They feel picked on. They feel all that. And he's saying, I represent them. I represent them. Anyone similar. You're the reason I made this song. He found the passion inside to say, I'm going to step up and step out and represent the people who don't get represented, the people who get put down and picked on. And man, much appreciation to Eminem for what he does, because He came from nothing. He came from abuse and neglect and mistreatment and just a horrible environment a lot of the time. Just every reason to not make it. And he's been able to climb up and out of it, made his own share of mistakes and owned them, and continues to keep pushing on. And he's saying, every kid who ever just wanted to get accepted, not be great, just get accepted. I represent you. I'm here for you. This song is for you. And I say that to you because you deserve a better life. But it's going to take work. It's going to take getting the gloves on and going out boxing and working out and trying to get stronger. But it is possible. And I just love how he represents them.
After one day just getting accepted, I represent him or her, anyone similar. You are the reason that I made this song. And everything you're scared to say, don't be afraid to say no more. From this day forward, just let them mayhoes talk. Take it with a grain of salt and eat the fucking faces off. The legend of the angry blonde lives on through you when I'm gone. And to think I was
afraid to make a single sound.
Wow.
Afraid I would never find a way out. Afraid I'd never be found. I wanna go another round. An angry man's power will shut.
Just when you think it's time to give up, maybe it's time to step in and give it one more push and give it one more try, because it is possible.
Tripwires build this house with tiptoe love. Run out of excuses for every word. So here I am and I will not run.
All his life just flashed right in front of him before he heads out to that ring. Like, it's time. It's time to eat their faces off, like Eminem said. It is time to take them down because it is guts over fear time. He's at the bar, and I can't even picture who this guy is, whether it's his dad, but he's at the bar and sees him that he's actually made it to TV Contender. The Contender. Love this.
For all the times they let you push me around, they let you keep me down. Now I got guts over fear.
All the people in his life looking at TV now. This guy was doing dishes. This guy was scraping by, and now he's out on TV. He's fought his way to the top.
Guts over fear.
I'm slightly disappointed because I wanted to see this boxing match and to see him take this guy down and to become victorious. I know that's not the purpose of this song, but Eminem, I just wanted to see what ends up happening. It left me hanging. Can there be like another guts over fear or something over guts to climb to the next level? Y'all, give me your feedback on this, please. I want to know what you think. This isn't real therapy, remember. It's grueling to watch sometimes because I don't know what's coming, but this is just Tom breaking down lyrics. If you want real help, go to the link in our bio. We have resources there. You deserve it. Everybody does. Check out the links in the description of this video for everything else, from the merch that we have to the Patreon page. You will want to go over there and see content. More Eminem content is over there actually too. And it might be something you like. And there's free stuff over there as well. Even Eminem free stuff that's on there. So go check out Patreon when you get a chance. And the Discord server, go check that out. We are so thankful. Thank you again for being here and a part of Reaction Therapy. It keeps growing, and it's because of you. Nick and I can't thank you enough. I can't wait to see you on the next Reaction Therapy.